During World War II, intelligence agents devise an incredible plan to defeat the Nazis, but its execution is jeopardized.
But the more fantastic, the more foolproof the plan must be.
The film unfolds in 1943 in the midst of World War II in the United Kingdom. Lieutenant Commander Ewan Montague, a Jewish lawyer, hosts a solemn reception at his home, preparing to greet guests alongside his brother Ivor and wife Iris. Despite rumors about the end of his legal career, Montague announces that he is only taking a break because he has received an offer to join the 20 Committee. He also pays tribute to Iris, informing those present that she and the children will be leaving to the United States tomorrow for safety reasons. Meanwhile, British intelligence agent Charles Chumley goes to the cinema, where he meets his colleague Jean, whom he has long been in love with. He tries to strike up a conversation with her, but soon her companion joins them, and he awkwardly falls silent. After the reception, Montague and Iris prepare to part ways. The lawyer's secretary, Hester Leggett, bids farewell to Iris, wishes her a safe journey, and promises to stay in touch. An emotional Iris goes to pack, and Montague notes that they must part because they are Jews, and if the Germans attack England, they won't survive. From Montague's conversation with Leggett, it also becomes clear that they are likely parting ways with his wife forever.
I want Iris to be happy, even if it comes at the expense of my own happiness.
Montague struggles with the thought of separation, but Leggett supports him, assuring him that they are doing the right thing. In the morning, he bids farewell to Iris and the children and watches the departing car, barely holding back tears. We shift to the residence of British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, where he discusses with Admiral John Godfrey the upcoming operation in Sicily, which is supposed to change the course of the war and mark the beginning of the downfall of the Nazi regime. However, Churchill is anxious about significant losses in the British Army and is uncertain about the success of the risky attack.
I want to know how it will be achieved, convincing Herr Hitler we're not going to do what anyone with a bloody atlas can see will do.
Admiral Godfrey believes they need to convince Hitler that their target is Greece, not Sicily. However, he notes that an intricate plan is required, one that only the 20 Committee can devise. The next day, Chumley attends a meeting of the 20 Committee and promises his mother, who believes he's just a simple bureaucrat, that he will do everything to ensure the body of his fallen brother is brought back home. During the committee meeting, Admiral Godfrey informs the members that they must do everything possible to make the Nazis believe that Allied forces will invade Greece in 6 months. For the most convincing deception, Godfrey has planned various maneuvers, including a fictitious troop redeployment and staged negotiations. However, Montague asserts that tactical maneuvers are insufficient and that they need to present a fake document confirming their plans to attack Greece to Hitler. Chumley enthusiastically agrees with Montague, stating that he has already developed a detailed plan under the code name Operation Trojan Horse, inspired by the Trout Memo. The operation involves dropping the body of a supposed crashed agent onto the shore with false secret documents. Godfrey views this idea skeptically, but Montague and Chumley insist that this ruse will surely work. The Admiral concedes and allows them to proceed with the operation, enlisting the assistance of Lieutenant Commander Ian Fleming. They head to their assigned headquarters, and along the way, Chumley anxiously considers numerous potential problems and inconsistencies, unsettling his colleagues.
I'm preemptively poking to ensure all the details are properly thought through.
Montague suggests that Chumley start by searching for a suitable body, and they head to the morgue. Meanwhile, Leggett organizes the headquarters and briefs the assistants, each assigned a specific mission. As finding the perfect body proves challenging, Leggett proposes that Montague and Chumley consult the renowned forensic expert Bentley Purchase.
Although we can also say that the body must be male, of service age, intact, and could pass for a drowning.
Despite the forensic expert's reluctance to risk his reputation, the intelligence agents managed to obtain the body of a vagrant, Glyndor Michael, who died from rat poison. One evening at the Gargoyle Club, Montague, Chumley, and Secretary Leggett discuss the details of the legend they need to create for the body, which must be entirely believable. The team names him William Martin, assigns him a Royal Marines officer rank, and uses Montague's identity number. Leggett also suggests inventing a romantic storyline, involving a photo and a letter from a fiancée, a role to be played by one of the Admiralty's female staff. The next day, Chumley approaches Jean and asks her to find a suitable girl for the operation, which has been renamed from the Trojan Horse to the less obvious name, Mincemeat. Interested in the mission's progress, Jean offers her own photo taken by her late husband. In return, she requests a position in the headquarters, which Chumley agrees to. Meanwhile, Montague and Purchase attempt to take photos of the corpse for the documents, but despite their efforts, it looks nothing like a living person. Purchase suggests finding a living person resembling their deceased man. In the evening, Montague, Chumley, Leggett, and Jean return to the Gargoyle Club to find a suitable person. They continue to enhance the legend of William Martin, giving his fiancée the name Pam and inventing an elaborate romantic story. Suddenly, an American soldier appears near their table, and Jean introduces herself. The team realizes his appearance perfectly fits Major Martin. Naturally, they don't disclose the operation to the soldier but suggest he participate in a project requiring his photo. He agrees, and the intelligence agents thank him for the excellent idea.
To Pam, our secret weapon who's already managed to see what we could not.
Later, Montague decides to escort Jean home, and along the way, they discuss the love story of William and Pam, which increasingly resembles their own. About 2 months pass. Operation preparation continues, but it is known that the Germans are confident in the Allied invasion of Sicily and suspect a disinformation operation. Chumley reports to Admiral Godfrey about the successful mission preparation, revealing their plan to drop Major Martin from a submarine onto the Spanish coast, where there are numerous fascist agents. Godfrey informs him that he will present the plan to Churchill today and unexpectedly reveals intelligence suggesting that Montague's brother, Ivor, sympathizes with the communists, urging the spy to keep an eye on him. But Chumley ignores his words. Chumley notices that Montague and Jean spend a lot of time together outside of work and later tells his colleague that it is unacceptable. However, their conversation is interrupted by a call from forensic expert Purchase. It turns out that the responsive nurse has located Glindor Michael's sister, who now wants to claim his body. The intelligence agents try to persuade the girl that her brother is involved in a secret operation that will make him a hero, even offering her compensation, but she indignantly slams the door and leaves. Meanwhile, Godfrey discusses the mission with Churchill and states that he does not believe in the success of mincemeat. However, he insists that work on it must continue, as it will help gather information about Ivor Montague, who might be spying for USSR. Churchill, however, demands a serious focus on mincemeat.
Rush was tomorrow's war. The Nazis are expecting a deception.
The next day, Montague introduces Godfrey to 2 naval attachés from Madrid, ensuring that the body and all essential documents will be delivered to Spain and into the hands of the right people. Then, the intelligence agents prepare the text of the main document detailing the attack on Greece, and Leggett writes a love letter on behalf of Pam. The team also goes to the cinema to place ticket stubs in Major Martin's pocket. In the evening, Montague escorts Jean home, and as he bids her farewell at the door, he plucks a lash from her eyelid, surprising the young woman. Montague compiles all the fake documents, making numerous amendments at Godfrey's insistence, and Chumley heads to Q Branch to devise a plan for transporting the body in a specially designed container to prevent premature decomposition. With the document approved, the team now awaits the shipment of the body, scheduled in 2 weeks. Hoping for success, the team celebrates the completion of preparations at headquarters. Soon, Chumley meets Godfrey again, who hasn't abandoned plans to expose Ivor. The Admiral insists that Chumley conduct his own investigation, promising in return to return his brother's body. The reluctant spy agrees to keep an eye on the Montague brothers. The next day, they photograph all the letters and arrange them in a specific way to detect tampering if necessary. Additionally, Montague suggests placing one of Jean's eyelashes inside as an indicator.
If the lash is gone upon return, well, it's another sign the letter's been read.
They then prepare the body for shipment, placing papers in the pockets and attaching a briefcase with documents using handcuffs. In the evening, the team goes to a restaurant, while Montague converses with driver Jock Horsfall, responsible for transporting the secret cargo. Chumley invites Jean to dance. Jean expresses genuine interest in the love story of William and Pam, but Chumley notices that their fantasies are overshadowing reality. He reminds her that they are all quite lonely in real life, unlike Montague, who is awaited by his wife and children in the U.S. Chumley also asserts that his colleague doesn't take their time together seriously. These words hurt Jean, and she hastily leaves the restaurant. Observing this, Montague rushes out and stops her, but Jean confesses that she fell in love with the image of William, forgetting about reality, and asks to be left alone. At night, Horsfall takes the intelligence agents along with the body to the RN submarine base in Holy Loch. On the way, Montague inquires about what upset Jean, and Chumley, in turn, asks about Ivor and shares Godfrey's suspicions. At the site, they are met by Lieutenant Bill Jewell, overseeing the operation. It's revealed that Chumley intends to sail to Spain on the submarine with the body, a decision that wasn't discussed. Returning to London, Montague visits Jean. He confesses his feelings and apologizes but also reminds her that their top priority now is the success of the operation. Jean agrees, but after his departure, she can't hold back her tears. Early on April 30th, the HMS Seraph submarine arrives in the Bay of Cadiz. Before dropping Major Martin's body into the ocean, Chumley says a prayer. At headquarters, Montague and Jean also decide to pray for the success of the operation. Soon in London, they learn that Hitler continues to fortify Sicily, making mincemeat their last hope. Fortunately, Spanish sailors discover the body, and one of their attachés, Salvador Gomez Bier, is called to the police.
The fate of the free world dependent on a corpse in a donkey cart.
However, the mission takes an unexpected turn when Gomez Beer discovers how resistant the Spaniards are to Nazi influence. A military judge informs him that he has removed the corrupt police from the case and suggests that the attaché immediately retrieve all of Major Martin's belongings, making it impossible for German spies to get hold of the documents. However, he requests leaving the items with them for safekeeping. Moreover, the pathologist reveals that he specializes in drowned bodies, which means he can uncover their deception. Fortunately, Gomez Beer manages to dissuade him from performing an autopsy due to the unbearable heat. Meanwhile, Chumley intentionally contacts attaché David Ainsworth through an insecure line, letting the Germans, who are eavesdropping on all conversations, know that they are looking for secret documents. They decide to send a telegram with the same content to the British embassy in Spain, which will surely attract the attention of German spies. However, delivering the documents to the right people proves challenging, and Ainsworth suggests contacting Colonel Cerruti from the Spanish secret police, who will ensure obtaining the papers and passing them to the fascists. Several days pass, with no information about the fate of the documents. But one day, the intelligence agents receive a telegram from the embassy, stating that the papers will be returned to England. Upon receiving the items, the team examines the contents of the briefcase and disappointingly discovers that the seal on the letter remained untouched. However, a specialist finds out that the eyelash did disappear.
We are not sending 100,000 men into battle on a missing eyelash.
However, upon closer inspection of the letter, they realize that it was removed from the envelope, indicating that someone had indeed read its contents. Meanwhile, the operation is once again at risk of failure. Teddy, a bartender from the Gargoyle Club, unexpectedly appears at Jean's house and demands an explanation of how her photo ended up among Major Martin's papers. Teddy claims to be a spy for the anti-Hitler movement, threatening to shoot Jean if she doesn't tell him the truth about the documents. After Teddy leaves, Jean contacts Montague and Chumley, informing them that she revealed that Major Martin used a pseudonym and was a spy. However, she discloses that he transported real documents, not forgeries. On the street, Chumley accuses Montague of living under the same roof as a Russian spy and blames him for the situation. Montague questions what Chumley will gain from working for Godfrey and asserts that Ivor has no involvement in the matter. However, he eventually admits that he has long suspected his brother of espionage but never reported him to the authorities. Calming down, Chumley suggests that Colonel Alexis von Roni, leading German intelligence and conducting a secret war against Hitler, may have sent Teddy. On the next day, they share this assumption with Admiral Godfrey. They are convinced that only von Roni could have signaled them about the exposure of their deception. Moreover, the Nazis began strengthening Greece, transferring troops from Sicily, indicating the existence of an anti-Hitler conspiracy. Jean, who Montague accommodated in his home for her safety, packs her things and announces that she is leaving London because she is being transferred to a special operations unit. On July 10, 1943, Allied forces invade Sicily. The team prays for success, and then a telegram arrives, reporting that their losses are minimal and the enemy is retreating.
Mincemeat swallowed, rod, line and sinker.
After some time, Chumley confesses to Montague that he entered into a deal with Godfrey solely to have his brother's body returned home. Forgiving past grievances, they decide to share a drink together. In the film's conclusion, we learn that Operation Mincemeat became the most impressive precedent in the history of military disinformation. After the war, the Montague family reunited. Jean married a soldier, while Leggett continued her work as the director of the Admiralty Secretarial Unit. Chumley remained in MI5 until 1952, then got married and traveled extensively. The true identity of Major Martin was only revealed 54 years later, and in 1997, the British government ordered an addition to his epitaph on his grave in Spain. What do you think would have happened to World War II if this impressive plan had failed? Share your thoughts in the comments below, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.